Today is the 33rd Sunday of Ordinary Time, Cycle B. Next week will be the last Sunday of the Church's liturgical year, which ends with the Feast of Christ the King. As we come to the end of the liturgical year, we are reminded that Christ will come again to judge the living and the dead. We know not the day nor the hour, and therefore must be prepared to meet our Maker at all times. The question is, are you prepared? We are people that tend to procrastinate, put off what we should do for tomorrow. When have you been to the sacrament of reconciliation? Was it recently? Many years ago. We'll have a communal sacrament of reconciliation in all the languages on Monday, December the 16th, 7 p.m. The readings from the book of Daniel and today's readings from the Mark's Gospel are classified as apocalyptic, which means uncovering, the disclosure of knowledge, or the lifting of a veil or revelation. Apocalyptic literature is usually addressed to suffering people, and although it is meant to give hope, it contains a lot about death and destruction. The book of Daniel was composed in two different eras. Today's reading from the book of Daniel was composed when the Jewish nation and religion were being persecuted by Antiochus IV Epiphanes. It predicted victory by God over the enemies of Israel with the help of Michael the archangel. Judas Maccabeus defended the Jewish people, and Antiochus died without eliminating the Jewish religion. God was and is faithful to his promise to perfect and defend his loyal servants, even when the enemy appears to be victorious. Jesus' words brought comfort to the community of Mark, which was being severely persecuted by the Jewish and Roman leaders. There were days of tribulation. The sun darkened, etc. The Romans destroyed Jerusalem, and the temple built by Herod in 70 CE, which ended the persecution of Christians by the Jewish authorities. However, the Roman Empire, the Roman Emperor Nero in the year 64 had started the persecution of Christians, which took the lives of Peter and Paul. This persecution lasted until 313 CE, when Constantine became emperor. The book of Revelation is another example of apocalyptic literature and was written around the year 96 CE. Although there is a lot of death and destruction in apocalyptic literature, there is hope, because victory of the just is always predicted based on our firm belief that God will win in the end. It was amazing that the book of Daniel and the book of Revelation were able to predict confidently victory for the just well before the end of the persecutions and when the persecutors appear to be having the upper hand. Jesus' words in the gospel today reminds us that the gates of hell will not prevail against his church. Upon his return in glory, Jesus with his angels would gather the elect, those who were faithful to his teachings, from the ends of the earth. There is no doubt our present world is in chaos, and a major war could erupt suddenly and unexpectedly. There appears to be so much evil in our midst. However, we must never lose hope. Christ's victory on the cross guarantees that in the end, the faithful will never be vanquished. Keep on proclaiming the gospel. Keep on living the gospel. We can change this world. The gates of hell will never prevail.